Okay, good morning, you guys. It is November 28th, 2023. I am stating that date because I just want to, make a timestamp so you guys can gather just a little more information about what I'm going to talk to you guys about. I'll try to make it brief. This is a video about the company Arcani Coil Care by what is this lady's name? Jerica Richardson. She is the owner, CEO of the company, and it is a natural hair care company. So I found out about Arcani Coil, I want to say in 2021, maybe. I believe I was looking up different type of edge controls, and like with Facebook, takes a lot of your proprietary information, especially in your search history, and then they advertise to you, like they spam the hell out of you if you still use Facebook. So I started getting like a bunch of just like ads about edge control, and I saw Arcani Coil pop up, and it was the older videos with the rub challenge. So essentially, they showed somebody rubbing it on their edges, and then like after a few minutes, you would see the person aggressively rubbing their edges, and their edges didn't move. So I mean, it piqued my interest initially, but I kept scrolling. I kept seeing it. So I started doing my due diligence because I was interested in it. And I started to look at the reviews. Now, if you buy stuff frequently online, like a lot of people do nowadays, you know that sometimes the reviews are like spam bots, or like they're not real reviews. So I did my due diligence, and I went to look at the pages of some of the people, and they seem legit, people that have been on like Facebook for some years, had a bunch of friends, things like that. So I wanted to look for legitimate reviews. And those legitimate reviews were really good reviews. I mean, it wasn't anything that stood out to me initially, anything, no red flags. Besides the fact that it wasn't a very known company at the time. So yeah. So nonetheless, I believe I made my first purchase with Arcani Coil back in the winter of 2021, and I liked it. It laid my edges down. It did what it said. The rub challenge was a little exaggerated, but for the most part, my edges were laid. I was probably in my second year of my natural hair care journey at that time, and I have type 4 hair. So just to paint a picture of how it did work. So I believe I made my second purchase with them in 2022. Somewhere in like the summer, fall time. This is where stuff starts to just become like real suspicious with the company. So I started noticing like Arcani Coil was being tagged. Like I was trying to look up the page again because I forgot like what website I ordered it from the first time. So I wanted to order it again, and I started seeing like a bunch of reviews about people not getting their merchandise, and the lady Jerica not responding. And in the mix of that, I still saw a lot of good reviews. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to judge a person based off of, a few bad reviews, because, stuff happens and whatever. So at the time, again, thinking that this is an integrous person, I make another purchase. I want to say it took about 2.5 months for me to receive my second purchase. I did reach out to Jerica via email several times. I got no response. on social media. I want to say Instagram, no response. And then she makes an Instagram live video. And the Instagram live video essentially is Jerica not taking accountability for the fact that there are tons of unfulfilled orders from her company. And again, I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt, but as I was watching the video, like, it was bananas. It was a passive aggressive video, not taking any accountability for the fact that, or what she stated was that she was low on staff, and that she was behind on orders. But instead of apologizing, it kind of just was a shit show, and her ranting and how, you know, she was upset with people coming at her and all type of other shit. So that's when I was like, okay, that raised a red flag to me, because you made a product that was popular. I don't know about her other hair care products. I wasn't checking for no shampoo, conditioner, because most people only was looking for the edge control. So it was appalling to me that her attitude was that of a person that was slighted instead of a person that fucked up and needed to own up to it. So nonetheless, I eventually get my order. It took over 2 months. Again, like, that's kind of fuzzy to me, but I remember it just showing up. It just showed up. And I bought 2 at that time. And I'm happy I bought 2 at that time, because that brings me to now. So I bought 2 at that time. I used it up. You know, after that experience, I kind of backed up off her a little bit. I'm like, you know what? That's kind of bad business to have people waiting, no response, no, you know, apology, none of that. So, like, that didn't resonate well with me, so I kind of just backed off for a while. So then this year I started my micro lock journey, and you know, I was trying to, you know, figure out some cute styles or whatever, and I wanted to buy some edge control. So I was like, oh, you know, Arcani just sent me a text message, why not? Which, again, I mean, nonetheless, I placed my order June 18th, 2023. So this past summer. And I bought it, and I'm like, okay, cool. It should be here in about 2 weeks, blah, blah, blah. Give or take a month, you know, because I'm thinking that she resolved the issue, because I got my product, and a lot of people said that, you know, they started getting their product from the last time I purchased from her, which was in 2022. So from 2022, I didn't do like any thorough research to see if that was still an issue, nothing. I just made the purchase. I forgot that I made the purchase in June. And come July, I'm like trying to style my hair. You know, my hair grew a little bit. I'm like, okay, let me try to do like this pinup style with my hair. And I realized I didn't have edge control. And then it hit me like, I know I placed the order with this lady. And like, I'm telling y'all, it took me so long to find that email. It was almost like a fever dream. Like, I didn't really purchase it, but I did. And I found it, reached out to the email that was attached to my order number, which is Jerica Richardson's email. I don't think that's her personal email though. But I reached out to that, and I didn't get a response. So no response. I waited a little bit, and again, I forgot about my order. And then the end of August comes, and I'm like, okay, let me, you know, something jogs my memory, and I remember that I made a purchase and I never got my order. So the end of August, I sent her another email. Now, at this point, it's a little bit over 2 months, and She ain't made no video. She ain't reached back out to me. No, nothing. So I'm like, okay, let me go online. To my dismay, the amount of comments of people that had not received their products was probably like in the hundreds. That was on Instagram and that was on Facebook. I don't know if she has a Twitter or X, what they call it now, because I've never gotten into Twitter, so I'm not on Twitter. But I just kind of just sat there for a minute and was like, I'm probably never gonna get my shit. She just straight up was not responding to anybody's emails. No responding to anybody's inquiries on social medias, not responding to anything she was tagged in. She just went ghost. Okay. But the more perplexing thing is she went ghost, but I swear to you, for my girls that know, and you signed up to that damn text message or email, you receive a message probably a few times a week. An email probably like once or twice a week. Oh, 50% off, 70% off, 25% off, 13, just any number of percentage off of the full price. And that's definitely a red flag, because every time you turn around as a business owner, I mean, I understand you want to sell shit, but like, as a business owner, you got something on sale every week. You're never making a full profit on your product. But nonetheless, that should have been a red flag. Thinking about it in retrospect, it is a red flag, because, you want to make money. And if you always got something on sale, then you're not really whatever. So, I want to say mid-September, I get on Facebook, I type in Arcani Coil Care, and the page pops up. So not only did the page pop up, I see people tagging her. So I go on like this one girl's like rant that she tagged Arcani Coil in, and under that post that she made, there was just like a bunch of people that had still not even received their items from the previous Black Friday. We are in the middle of September, and there are people that had not received their orders from Black Friday of 2022. There are people that ordered during Valentine's Day, during the early spring, that still had not received their orders. So at that point, I kind of knew like 110% for sure. At that point, I wasn't going to receive my order. I commented on there and I said, well, I'm going to make a BBB report, because everybody ain't lying on you about the same thing. That's the one thing I'm adamant about. That's ingrained in me. I was raised that way. 1 or 2 people might lie on you. 800 some people ain't going to lie on you. 1,000 some people ain't going to lie on you. And especially when those thousands of people don't know each other to make up a lie on one person. So I found my BBB report, and I left it at that. I didn't expect a response, which I didn't realize until today, that the BBB sent me back an email. I don't know why that wasn't a prioritized email. I didn't get it. Well, I got it, but I never seen the email. And I am very adamant on checking my email, so I don't know why that didn't flag as important. But they did send me like 2 correspondences trying to see like, was it resolved? Again, Jerica, the owner, never responded. Even if you go to bbb.com, it's like 230 something complaints. She has not responded to not one. Not to try to remedy the situation with a refund, not to send people out their product, nothing. It's blank. Minus the complaints from the people that purchased from her. So I made this video today because I received a very interesting email from the Ohio Attorney General's office. An investigator sent me an email, and I work in a government non-for-profit sector, so it's a legit email. We kind of train on what to look for when you're looking at emails, legitimacy. And I will read it to you guys. Give me 1 second. I'm not waiting for that to load back up. But so essentially the email is saying that, I came across your complaint on the Better Business Bureau, and I'm trying to figure out if that situation has been fixed, such as receiving a refund or receiving a product. She advised me that if I did not receive my refund or I did not receive a product, to send her over my original order invoice. So from what I read on the email, it is the state of Ohio versus Jericho Richardson. Yeah. So right now it seems like they're still building up a case against her. And they're getting just like all their evidence and things. And I believe the monetary amount of how much money this lady has stolen from people. Because make no mistake, this is theft. And again, there is a transaction that happens between a business and a customer. Customer pays the business. Business gives customer what they pay for. If that transaction does not go through on either side, then there is an issue there. So yeah, that is my story about what happened to me. And just to clarify, I ended up buying Edge Control. That's all I ever bought from her. And like I said before, the product wasn't a bad product. However, I truly believe that the road to hell is always paved with good intentions. And do I believe that she initially wanted to scam people? I don't think so. However, I think that it became like alluring, like, oh, I'm getting all this money from people, but people are never getting their product. And my thing is, she's had opportunities to close her website and you can stop selling stuff. Say it's sold out, stop selling shit. If you don't have it, don't sell shit. And not only if you don't have it, if you don't have the manpower to get those products out, why are you doing it? You have to know your limitations. And Jericho clearly did not. So now she's about to probably go her ass to jail. Because I'm assuming if you haven't sent any of us refunds, you don't have the money, or you spent our money. And a lot of us would have been happy with just getting our product. Like, I'm a person, I'm very big on supporting black business, but I'm not big on supporting black business with poor business ethics. Like, no, hell no. I don't care who you are. You could be the Black Messiah, baby. I'm not supporting you if you out here doing wrong to people. And just the thought that after that video she made, she hasn't made no more videos, no apologies, no nothing. So at this point, they are treating her like the criminal that she is, because she has stolen and defrauded thousands of people at this point. And it's baffling, but I guess anybody can be scammed. So do not buy from Arcani Coil. You're not going to get your product. You're going to regret it. It's not worth it. And even by some far off ass chance that you do get your product, you may end up like me and several other people that receive their product, like their first order, and then like hell, even maybe a second order. But then you could be like me now and don't have anything to show for your purchase. And I should have disputed it sooner, because there's like a time frame to dispute stuff with your bank. So I'm going to let this play out. I'm going to submit my order information to the Ohio Attorney General's investigator. And I will update you guys when I'm notified on anything or any type of monetary settlements that may or may not occur. So, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day.